about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas 2021. My name is Carrie, otherwise known as Colorado Knits in all the places. Instagram, I have a website, coloradoknits.net, that's completely out of date. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can also email me at hello@coloradoknits.net. It is Vlogmas, as I said to some friends who are non-crafters. It's just 25 days where I can rant about whatever I want. And so I'm going to try and rave a little too and just share some crafting. This is about the 6th time I've recorded this morning because I am just struggling with words and I can't remember if I've said things. It is about 8:30 in the morning. I have been up since 5. I worked out. I did all these things. It was great. But my brain is in a total fog today and I'm not sure why. So with that, I'm just going to get started. Because I said it's 25 days where I get to rant. I was going to try and make this brief, and this is one reason I've recorded again and again. There's been another reckoning with race in the crafting community, and for people who say shut up and knit or whatever, or just why can't you just care about the crafting, this is not going to be a place for you. I'm going to say that right now. After doing rant about this, I'm going to really try and keep it brief. I have a love-hate relationship when these things happen in our community, whether it is on gender expression, see Ravelry 2 years ago, or race, which has repeatedly happened. And I hate that communities have to go through this. I hate people being marginalized, being othered, and those sorts of things. But what I love is how many of the people I know come out and support those people who have been othered. And so listen, understand as best you can. We don't all have shared experiences. I can't relate in a lot of ways, but there are some other ways I can relate. So just listen and be there and support people. And that's all I have to say on that. If you need more, you want to talk more, I'm happy to. But a lot of people have said a lot more erudite things than I have and eloquent things, so I'm gonna leave it at that and move on now to December. I set an intention this month to be more present and to create happiness, joy, and love, and that sounds really hokey, especially if you know me, because I'm a total cynic, but being present is really important to me. I met my fundraising goal at work in September, so I've been coasting and just don't feel connected to a lot of stuff. Work is a lot of our life, and when I don't, it's not that I don't have things to do, I'm just not, all the grants that I'm gonna exceed my goal by a ton, but all those grants were already submitted and things, so kind of just here. So I'm really trying to reconnect with community during this time. As an introvert, that's kind of hard for me. So community can literally be my family. I have a reception tonight for work, and I'm bringing my dad, and I don't have a bad relationship with my dad. I just don't see him a whole lot, even though he lives here. Excuse me. And so I thought there were a million receptions that I had to go to with him as a vice president of a university years ago. So now I am dragging him to one of my receptions. And he's a good sport and he's going to go. So that's always nice. So let's get into the fun stuff, the knitting and crafting. I will start. I have done this, like I said, 3 times. I literally can't even find one of my projects. I keep throwing them into my messy office floor. So I started my career as a crocheter, when I was 5. So that was 45 years ago. And I forget how addictive crochet is for me and how simple it is. And I don't do aragurumi, or however you pronounce it. I can't do toys. I just like making very simple things, but it's so rhythmic and just relaxing for me. So I am creating a corner to corner Afghan with 1,000 minis that I have. Literally, it's a couple hundred. It takes up this entire New Yorker tote bag is filled with mini skeins. And when I say mini skeins, these aren't balls of yarn. These are mini skeins that are 1.5 inches big. So there are probably 200 of them in there. And so I've decided I'm going to make a throw for my office, probably my work office, because I put in a comfy grant writing chair and I need a blanket over it. So I am working on a corner to corner Afghan. I'm going to alternate skeins of randomly selected from my row 1 minis, and maybe some of my partially finished skeins back here. Those are self-striping, so I'm not sure how that will work as well. And just use this gray, I have about 6 skeins of this gray Cascade Heritage from a sweater I never made. So use that as an alternating skein, or an alternating rows once I get started. So that is, I don't want to say that's a holiday knit. That might be a car knit because I need a simple project in my husband's car. But it might get too big to be doing that. But it's my mindless crochet, and I love it. And it's just as simple as socks are to me, and I can do them without looking. I have to look a little at crochet to make sure I'm getting it in the right spot, but it's just so rhythmic and simple. So I love this. The other thing I'm working on, it is Advent. Happy Hanukkah, happy Advent. I don't know, is Advent happy? You don't really say that, but happy Hanukkah. Happy winter. We are getting closer to the solstice, which means our days are getting shorter, and then they're going to get longer, so that's a positive. I purchased the Cozy Knitter 24 stripe Advent from Christina, the Cozy Knitter. She's out of Canada. She shipped amazingly fast. Like, I waited and waited and waited for this. I ordered it in maybe October, but then when I got the shipping notice, it shipped so quickly out of, kind of cool. All my Canadian acquaintances do some drop shipping out of Niagara Falls, which is brilliant. So it is a 24 stripe, perfectly paired set of 50 gram sock yarn, 80/20 superwash. I wound this up a week ago or so. I tried to get my husband to wind it up, but I can't do this. So I wound it up, and knowing that I have no memory right now, here it is. I'm sneaking a peek. It's a spoiler, but today I get to start on it. I'm going to do just a regular stockinette sock, with no contrasting heels, toes, or cuffs, which is so not me, but I want to use every ounce of this. There's only 4 ounces. That's not good. Every inch of it. And the first color, as you can see, is sort of this muted red, sort of orangey red. The colors this year, I did notice, are very soft, which is kind of fun. That's not what I usually go for. I go for super bright. So that'll be fun. I'm going to do 2 at a time, toe up, and I will start those when I finish this. And the final December countdowny thing I have, I arranged a swap between about 20 people, and it was either 12 20 gram minis or 24 10 gram minis. And because I have, did I mention 200 row 1 minis? I went with 24 and sent them to Knit One Pug 2, Christina, and she was my partner. And before I get to the yarn that I started opening, I'm going to tell you what else she sent me. I'm a Snoopy freak. Love Snoopy so much. So she made this cute little project bag. So cute. With Snoopy. And it says Happy Holidays, but it's really wintry. So it's super cute. And I will be making a habitation throw that I made last year out of the minis. This is like a square throw I made, habitation throw by Helen Stewart. It's a paid for pattern, but it is a super fun, simple garter with eyelet knit. Every couple rows you do some eyelets. It's not rocket science. It is being fingering. It's super lightweight and cute and comfy. It's superwash. All my stuff superwash, so it's stretched. But I'm going to do that same thing this year with the minis that Christina sent me. And since I've recorded this 6 times, I already opened it in another recording, but here is what she sent me, and it is called, it looks like it's 2 5 grams, and it is called Gred. So it is a gray and a soft sort of maroony winey red, and it is all one Sultan merino yak nylon. So yak, yum. It is so soft. I am excited to wind it up and get started on that as well. So this, I'll probably like use a US 6. It's really a simple pattern. And I like it big and open, and with the yak, it's just gonna be so delicious. I'm really excited to wind it up. I'm already taking it out. So the other thing Christina included in her Advent countdown was a watercolor of my dogs. And if you, it's available on my Instagram, you can see it. It's absolutely adorable, and I love it, and my husband was floored. So thank you, Christina. So that's it. I've gone 10 minutes. I was hoping to do 7 minutes, so I went a little long, but I had to get a rant in there. I will be back tomorrow. I'm hoping to release these in the mornings, but I am back at work in an office, so some of them may be recorded from this is a messy office. My work office is even worse. So some of them may be recorded from there. But I hope you have a wonderful December 1st, rabbit, rabbit, tabar, tabar. And all of that stuff. And we'll see you tomorrow. Stay positive, test negative, get your vaccine, wear a mask, do all those things. That's another rant for another day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.